Hello and welcome to episode 54 of Marbella with him and her. He is
PJ Lopez and she is
Hannah Murray.
And you're back. It's been a week.
I've been back a whole week.
It seems like a lifetime.
Does that mean you're bored with me already?
No, of course, who could ever get bored of you?
Good answer. Yeah, it's weird.
Right answer.
Right answer. Just after we recorded the pod last week, Dad and Sheila came over to have a look at all the Indian pics and videos. I gave everybody presents and you made my favourite, beef bourguignon.
Yeah, we love it. It's a good winter dish, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, and very difficult to spell.
Yes, I just went with beef bourguignon.
Fair enough. And cake. We had cake. Dad made the cake, which was gorgeous.
It was really light.
It was moist.
He's a master baker.
He's a master baker. And Sheila made the icing. And there was 006 on top, which is the name of the tuk-tuk. And she'd written, "Let's Goa" out of apricots.
Very clever.
It was brilliant.
And tasty.
It was really tasty and really, really sweet. So it's lovely to come home to such lovely people.
Well, we missed you.
Aww.
And we're proud of you.
Aww.
And we're even prouder because yet again you're in the Sir in English.
Gosh, it's getting embarrassing.
Yes, yeah, I mean you might as well have your own column.
Oh, don't. So yes, article in the Sir in English thanks to Tony Bryant, who gave me a call and did a little interview on the phone and summarised the trip beautiful. It was a really nice piece, actually.
Yeah, very obviously well written because he's a very good writer, but it was a lovely piece about the trip. Yeah, just sharing what you told him, which was
Interesting.
Interesting.
And I had a call from Nicole King earlier. Nicole King, who presents Good Morning Spain TV and also Marbella Now. She interviewed me for her Euro Weekly column, which was nice.
So you're going to be in the paper again?
Again! People will be sick of me. Not that Hannah Murray again.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah.
No, they won't.
No one
will ever get sick of you. They couldn't. You're infectious.
That sounds like a disease.
No.
It was St. Patrick's Day on Monday, and it was a very different St. Patrick's Day than last year. Last year was on a Sunday, so we spent the whole day in the pub.
Yeah, we got there before Amy and Ross, who own the Hogan Stand, because we thought it opened earlier, but it didn't actually open at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, we were there at 11 and ended up helping them with decorations and stuff and spent the whole day there, and it was brilliant. We had an epic day last year, but this year it was on a Monday, so we were working. It was my first day back at work, so we didn't get there till 6:30. Johnny G was singing, which was great, so it was lovely to see him. Haven't seen him in a while. We had some food, we had a couple of pints of Guinness, and we were back home before 8:30.
Yeah, well, it was difficult to get into. I think you were still struggling because you'd only really just got back. You were straight back at work on the Monday, so you only had the Sunday, really. And I think it took time to catch up. So obviously on that day, you might have been feeling great and up for it, but in reality, when you got there, you were a little bit fatigued.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that had been there all day. And we could tell they'd been there all day.
Yes, especially they were like we were last year.
Yes, exactly. And they were doing things like trying to split the G on the Guinness.
Oh, yeah.
And
I was looking forward to trying it, and then I just couldn't be bothered.
No, so splitting the G means you've got to sort of down your Guinness and stop just between the G of the Guinness.
Which isn't quite half the pint.
No, not quite half the pint, but it's a good section
good
of it. Yeah, a good old few glugs, I should think.
Yeah. But we didn't do that.
No, we were sensible.
We were very sensible. I was back at choir this week. It was our first choir since Christmas. This is the Del Sol Singers. We meet every Tuesday in Atalaya. And we're already in gear and performing and rehearsing. So not performing, we're rehearsing for our first gig that we have in the diary at Lark In The Park, which is in Benavis, something that the International Theatre Studio organises every year. And we're going to be singing at it, which is nice.
Yes, welcome back.
Yay!
It's been a couple of years, I think.
Yeah, it's been a good few years, so it'll be nice to be back, 'cause it's a lovely venue to perform in.
Oh, yeah, and I think Karen's going to do a few songs afterwards as well.
Yep.
So if you haven't heard of it or you want to know more about it, go to the International Theatre Studio website and make your donations so you can come and see us all, basically. There'll be a play as well, which I'm not sure what we're doing yet. I can't remember.
I'm not sure, but yeah, it'll be fun. It's always fun. I was invited to do a talk on Wednesday morning at CAP Estepona. Do you know what CAP stands for?
Charity and pleasure.
Yes. And it was charity and pleasure. I dressed up. I say dressed up. I wore my Let's Go a hoodie, my Let's Go a hat. I took my toy tuk-tuk in just to explain.
Oh, bless.
I know. So I did a talk about the trip and it was really well received. Lots of people had some interesting questions and comments, and yeah, people said they really enjoyed it. And they did a little collection for me, well, not for me, for the charity obviously that we were raising money for, and collected €176.
That's incredibly generous.
Isn't that kind? I was really touched by that. I had 2 quizzes this week, so it's been really busy. You talk about getting straight back into it. The Hogan Stand quiz on Thursday night. It was lovely to see everyone again. And loads of people complimenting you, which was nice.
It makes a change, doesn't it?
Yeah, lots of people saying, just so you know, your husband did a great job hosting the quiz.
Yeah, so I'm opening up a new quiz on a Thursday night.
Why not? Stranger things have happened. And we also did one on Saturday. I did one on Saturday as well, Urban Chai, and that was good too.
Yes,
you won.
We did team of 3 on the Saturday quiz at Urban Chai, so we were very brainy that night. I don't know what happened.
And you won on Thursday night as
We
well.
did, but that was our normal team of 6.
People will talk.
Well, they can talk all they want. We're just brainy.
You're just clever. And I've been on a bit of a mission this week in terms of exercise. I couldn't until Thursday morning because I wanted to make sure I was on top of the 2 quizzes that I had to come up with, and also the prep for the talk on Wednesday morning. So Thursday morning I hit the gym and went straight into a spinning class.
I hate spinning.
Why?
It's too much hard work.
Oh, it's so good. The atmosphere is brilliant. It's electric. It's like being in a nightclub. It's dark. All the flashing, colourful lights are on. The music really gets you going. It's great. I love it.
No, I think I just prefer the weights, the running machine, and maybe a bit of Pilates now and again.
Ooh, I'm going to keep you to that. I also went to the gym the following day on Friday. This is the municipal gym in San Pedro. It's really, really cheap.
Yeah, we've got a family membership.
Yeah, so it's like 50 something euros for the 2 of us.
Yeah, and they've got a swimming pool there and a little spa area as well, like sauna and stuff. So, no, it's great value.
It's really great value. So I did a body balance class on Friday morning and it made me realise how unsupple I was.
Are you saying that you can't stretch very well?
Not as well as I could 20 years ago, no.
Do you think that's age?
Probably. And the fact that I'm not doing body balance regularly enough.
Aha!
So it has made me, instead of making me feel crap about myself and thinking I'm not going to do that class again, it's made me want to do it more, so I become more flexible. How adult am I?
Like a flexible friend.
But then I did a class in the evening. I went back twice in one day. Who does that? It's because PJ was at rehearsal, so...
Yes, we're rehearsing. Well, we're not rehearsing. It was our read-through, our first read-through of the play we're doing, which is An Inspector Calls. And it's a very dark play.
Is it?
Yeah, a bit spooky.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's something a bit different, though.
Yes, and I'm normally in comedies, so for me it's actually a very different role.
It'll be a nice personal challenge.
Yes.
Good stuff. So the class that I went to Friday evening, I did like 20 minutes in the gym, did some weights and a couple of the machines, and then I went to a flex class. Now, I wasn't quite sure what I would be flexing and how often, but it was very similar to the body balance class, to be honest. It was a bit of yoga, a bit of Pilates. And just as I was thinking, okay, what are we going to do next? She got us all to lie down on the floor, and then she turned all the lights off. And we laid there in silence for about 15 minutes, and then that was the end of the class. And I don't like that.
No, I reckon she went out for a fag.
Well, I mean, to just lie down doing nothing, I would have just stayed in bed.
Seems a bit pointless to me.
Exactly. I wanted to exercise, not sleep.
No, it wasn't a sleep class.
Exactly.
You don't need any classes in that. You do very well at that.
Yeah. She didn't guide us through a meditation or anything. Yeah, we just laid there. And I actually got emotional.
Well, it's music, isn't it? And when you're laying there just thinking.
It is. Sad music. I can't cope. I talk about it on the radio all the time. It keeps coming up in articles, and it comes up on Men Talk or Women Talk, listening to happy music. And listening to sad music makes me cry.
Don't listen to it.
Well, I don't choose to, but when I'm forced to in that kind of situation. So I left the gym in tears, embarrassingly. So I won't be doing the flex class again. Bring me spinning any day.
Yeah, you stick to your spinning.
Okay. Dad and I got back into our routine as well and went for brunch on Friday at Pandora, our fave place.
I haven't been to Pandora.
I can't believe you still haven't been.
No, I know. I see you, obviously, when you go there with your dad, putting all the photos up of lovely food.
Why don't you just not go to work on a Friday and come with us?
No, I'll just go to brunch on my own.
Okay, well, you keep saying that, but you don't.
No.
You're too busy working.
I am.
Workaholic.
I am.
So Pandora, we both had eggs Benedict, but I had it with smoked salmon. I thought I'd be a little healthy.
Is that healthier?
Than bacon. Maybe a bit, hopefully. I don't know. I could have had the yoghurt bowl, I guess, couldn't I?
You should.
God, how loud was that motorbike?
I think it's a car. I think it raises itself up and down
Really?
the road, yeah.
Oh, I miss my loud tuk-tuk. You have been on a mission this week with your cooking.
Yes.
Started with boeuf bourguignon, however you spell it. But you've also tackled you've aimed to tackle the dosa.
Yes, well, you said it was one of your favourite things in India, so I thought, right, going to look this up. And the first thing it says on the recipe is, this is extremely difficult to master. So it wasn't the best start.
No, fair enough.
So I had to soak rice overnight, and then you whiz it up and make a sort of batter out of the rice. And yeah, it was a bit more difficult than it looked.
So you gave me the first one and it was quite thick.
Yeah, it got better as we went along, actually.
Yeah,
so by the time
thinner and crispier.
I got to mine, I sort of almost mastered it.
Yeah. I hope you make it again. Might just make normal pancakes.
Yeah, exactly. Don't need rice.
You also made ramen for lunch today. I love when we watch a lot of cooking food shows, and PJ often gets inspired to make what they have made on the telly. So we were watching Next Level Chef earlier, which we love, and they were making ramen, and we both said, I'm not really a massive fan of ramen, don't really kind of get it. Is it a soup? Is it a bowl of food? Well, it's kind of both.
Yeah, and you can put anything you want in it. It's all about the broth. That's the main thing. So you've got to really get some good flavour in the broth. And I think they were saying on the programme that these people that make it in the various countries, like Japan, is it Japanese, isn't it? Yeah. They can make the broth, cook it for 48 hours and stuff to really get a deep flavour.
How long did you cook yours for?
An hour.
Well, it packed a punch. It definitely had some flavour. It was gorgeous.
So I literally just put a chilli in and pierced it. So I didn't chop the chilli up. I have some of that red Korean paste.
Can you remember what it's called?
No.
No, I can't either. Guangdong.
No, that's a place.
Okay. I'm just saying words. Ding dong.
It's something like that, isn't it? And a star anise, which gives it that really strong aniseedy flavour.
We need to try, we talked about it a few weeks ago, that King Ramen place in San Pedro.
Yes, we'll need to report back on that for sure. I'm still waiting for the chicken place to open. It's not open yet. I did go and walk past it when you were away thinking, I'm going to have chicken. And it's not open.
Still not. And also, I drove past King Ramen the other day and Domino's, and that's not open either.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's opening licences or something that they were waiting for. There's a new place about to open as well, just opposite La Fria, but on the other side of the road, called Cilantro. And it looks like it's going to be they've put all the counters in there now, so it looks like it's going to be sort of sandwichy, cafe.
Ooh, love the sound of that.
Yeah, so can't wait for that to open, and we'll report back on that as well.
Talking of food, Nicola, who listens to the podcast, hello Nicola, she's been doing a few posts recently on Facebook about Too Good To Go, which is an app that I've had on my phone for years, and I'm embarrassed to say I've never used it. Every time I look, it's the kind of food that I don't really want. The concept is brilliant. It's basically, so you put in your specific area, and it's for restaurants to sell
Shops.
Restaurants and shops to sell their food that they would have to throw away the following day, that they won't be able to sell to customers, but it's perfectly fine to be able to sell to members of the public, just not in the restaurant setting, if you like. It's kind of that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's just, I don't think it's like mouldy food, obviously. It's just stuff that if they have to do stuff each time, or if they've cooked stuff and they would have to throw it out.
Yeah.
So they do one at Delicia, so I might get that one. It's only €4.
Yeah, but that's all pastries and stuff.
Yes.
No, trying to be healthy. I'm not going to the gym 3 times a week in order to eat a load of pastry.
I'm going to do my bit for the app.
We can do our bit for the app, but let's get veg. So Nicola bought a veg box, which is like it's a surprise. You don't know what you're going to get, but there was a massive amount of veg in there, wasn't there? Like a huge box of stuff.
Yeah, no, it's good value.
For $2.99.
Yeah.
Crazy good. So we need to do that. Let's try and do that this week. Too good to go.
Okay, that's our mission. We will report back on our Too Good To Go surprise box next week. Try and say that after a drink.
Yes. Oh, talking of drink.
Yes, let's not.
Last night.
Yes, you drank a lot last night, didn't you?
So did you.
Okay.
So we went after the Urban Chai quiz that I did. We thought, let's go to Hogan's and have a drink at Hogan's. And it was more than one drink. Paul Hull was singing. He was fab. We all got on the dance floor. We all looked amazing, or thought we did. You did Elvis. You channeled Elvis.
I channeled Elvis and did an Elvis off with somebody as well. Glenn.
Yeah,
yes.
you and Glenn had a bit of an Elvis off.
We did, and I don't know if I won or he won, but it was embarrassing anyway.
It wasn't embarrassing, it was entertaining. Dad and Sheila were dancing, it was fab. It was a really good night.
Oh, I've just remembered as well. I did the slide along the floor to Footloose.
Yes, you did. That was so funny. You see, you're a hoot.
Well, I'm a hoot for everybody else.
Have you your knees sore today?
I wondered why I got a bit of a bruise. Just remembered that.
Oh, that's really funny. You did it twice.
What is the matter with me? You wouldn't believe that I'm over 50, would you?
No, I would not. David Walliams is coming to Gibraltar. I saw earlier that he is going to be one of the guests at the Gibraltar Literary Festival in November, which is really exciting. What a big name.
Because it's going to be like an audience with him or something,
Yeah.
isn't it? So it's going to be incredible. We've been a few times. I mean, you used to get tickets and invites there. We've been cooked for by Ken Hom.
Yes, and Ching Hee Huan.
Who?
That's her name. Ching Hee Huan. Sounds better when I say it
Say
slowly.
it slowly.
Ching Hee Huan.
No, you said slowly.
Taking the mick. But you wouldn't say, welcome to the programme, Ching Hee Huan. You'd have to say it. Welcome to the programme, Ching Hee Huan. Oh no, is this making me sound really bad?
That's her name.
Okay, well there we go, it's fine.
Yes.
Anyway.
I got a book. I got a
Yes.
recipe book signed by her.
You did. And we've been to all kinds of talks. They used to do Just a Minute with the late, great Nicholas Parsons and have a panel. What's funny?
So that's one of the first jokes I ever remember hearing.
What?
Nicholas Parsons and Nicholas Nuns.
What?
Nicholas Parsons and Nicholas Nuns.
Oh, God. I hope your jokes have got better.
Well, it wasn't my joke, I heard it.
Pam Ayres, I wish I'd looked after me teeth.
Yeah,
She was there,
yeah.
so it's lovely to. So I interview a lot of the authors because of the book show connection who go to the literary festival, and we used to get.
We went to see as well. We went to say hello to who's the one that did Chocolat.
Joanne Harris.
Yes.
And Madja Jaffrey as well. We went to her talk.
Yes.
Been to some great.
And I got a book signed by her as well.
You did.
She didn't cook for us though.
No, she didn't. So David Walliams is going to be there in November. I bet the tickets will go ridiculously quickly. I must let Amy know because I know her daughter Katie is a big fan of David Walliams' books, so I bet she'll want to go. So hopefully I'll see if I can get an interview with David Walliams for the book show.
That'll be good. That'll be really good.
I've tried quite a few times.
So no comedians coming to Gibraltar soon?
We'll have a look.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing we go to quite often in Gibraltar. They get some big names coming. There was somebody, but we weren't interested really in seeing them.
Or maybe we shouldn't say that then.
Okay, let's cut a bit out.
And a couple of more articles to mention for the Stir in English. The British Embassy urges residents in Spain to get a TIE ahead of the new EU border system because the green certificate will not be recognised.
Yeah, I think this is more for British expats because obviously Britain is not part of the EU any longer, and we've had our TIE for quite a while now. We used to have a thing which was a green certificate. That was the original residency certificate, and that was sufficient for a long time to come in to stop your passport getting stamped, although sometimes they would still stamp it because they would say that this isn't residency anymore, but it is. Officially it is. But it looks like when they bring in this new system, it won't be. You will have to get a TIE, or you will have to do the whole biometric recording system when you enter.
Which sounds like it'll be a bit of a pain.
Yeah, they fingerprints and photos and fill in a form and all sorts of things.
So the moral of the story is get your TIE card.
Yeah, it's not difficult.
Make an appointment online, or if you can't be bothered, just go and see a HES or something and they can do it all for you.
Yeah, there's quite a few people that do it on your behalf now. It only takes a trip to the police station, I mean, once or twice. Once to, I think, fill in all the forms and another time to collect it. And you'll need some passport-sized photos. They take your fingerprints and then it's job done, really.
Yeah. And, you know, it's a small price to pay for living in this beautiful, sunny country.
Sunny?
Yeah, it hasn't been, has it? I've only had to cope with it for a week and I'm already sick of the rain.
We've had to cope with it for 2.5 weeks.
3.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks, yep.
Well, there was a piece in the Sur confirming that this month is already the wettest March in Malaga and on the Costa del Sol in the last 20 years. Next week, there will be some respite, though, in terms of rainfall, which is good.
And in April, they're saying it's going to be one of the hottest Aprils on record.
Yay, that'll be nice.
Yes, we can get out and sunbathe.
Brilliant.
Once you've been to the gym a few times and got your beach
Oh,
body.
okay. What about you?
Yeah.
When are you getting your beach body?
Bolly.
Body.
My beach Bollywood.
I'm thinking of me sitting on the beach drinking bolly, darling.
Oh, okay, yes, of course.
When are you going to get your beach body? You don't just go to a shop and pick one up.
I could.
No,
I'm going to order one on Amazon.
You've got to put some effort in, man.
Okay, I'll do a run tomorrow.
Really?
No.
No. Go to the gym. You're talking about how cheap it is, but you're not going.
Well, I don't have time. But I will make an effort to go to the gym.
Good stuff.
And get my beach body back into its ripped... All right, I've never been that. I'll try and lose a bit of this wobbly stuff.
I mean, to be fair, it is difficult. Next week, we've got something on every single night. We've got rehearsals, we've got choir, I've got choir and quiz. And I mean, literally, next week, every evening is full with something or another. So you're going to have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym before work.
What time do they open?
I don't know, actually. Probably 9.
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
can't be bothered to go in.
We'll have a look. Well, that is it from us.
So it's good. No, you do that, yeah.
It's goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from her.
Yay!
Goodbye.